Hello, everyone. It's the second time that we're here, and that I'm here. Oh my god, I'm still nervous to do this. I'm so excited because today is going to be very exciting. And for everyone who, well, if you don't know me, I'm Marcella de Bie. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm a presenter and a live streamer on Twitch, and also in the gaming industry for quite some time. But when you think you're in this industry for a while, then we will have someone in a little bit who is there for a much longer time. So you can call me a noob. All right, so I do a little introduction about today. Welcome everyone who is watching right now. Hello, good to have you here. Today we're going to have, the main topic of today is going to be the history of video gaming and development of the gaming industry. After that, we will talk about the development of game design. And the third is going to be the prediction for the future of gaming in the next 5 and 15 years. And after that, we're going to play Time Raiders closed beta. And that's going to be fun, I can tell you. I opened it quickly and I closed it as well because I want to show it to you all. But before we all do all of that, I'm not going to do this all by myself. So I will switch to my lovely guest of today. Hello, Matthew Nagy. Nagy. I always fail.
Not too bad. We say Nagy, but it's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. Don't worry.
I'm just going to call you Matthew. Matthew. Yeah.
Matthew.
Well, for everyone, you can see the name in the screen, so they can Google you. So that's easy. To do a little introduction about you, because you are 25 years in the gaming industry. And you are the designer of the Die Hard trilogy and Alien trilogy for PlayStation 1. And now you're lead designer and economist of the Time Raiders. And next to that, you're also working on hidden object games from Telltale Games. And working on Battle Rise from the game studio Triumph Games. Wow. Come on, wow. I love this. I'm very excited.
I am busy.
You are busy. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Can you tell me a bit more about you, and also how did you started even working in the gaming industry?
Well, so I'm Matthew Nagy. I live in England. I'm originally from New York, was born in New York. I came to England to avoid law school and be in rock band. But we were big in Norwich, but that didn't really do much, unfortunately. But I met somebody who was in the video games industry working for Probe Entertainment. And I said to him, I've got a great idea for a game. And he said, that is a good idea for a game. Let me introduce you to my boss. And I absolutely was right place, right time. I lucked into the lead design job on Die Hard trilogy, followed immediately by Alien trilogy. I even personally mapped all the levels of the Die Hard 2 section. Then I did Batman and Robin for Probe Entertainment, who were bought by Acclaim. And this was all PlayStation 1 days. Die Hard trilogy and Alien trilogy still in the top 10 PlayStation games of all time. That was it. Then I left Probe Entertainment. I started my own companies. We were Coyote Developments. We were like Mr. Wolf from Pulp Fiction. We fixed people's problems quietly in the background. But we changed our name to Attractive Games, which sounds a bit like a porn industry, but we made games that were beautiful and that people really liked to play. Mm-hmm. So we called ourselves Attractive Games, and we did games for every single Nintendo platform at the time. GameCube and the N64, then GameCube, and then the Wii, and it was great.
Impressive. I'm always honored to interview you. I mean, hello, you are in this industry for so long, and then I thought I was doing this for a while. All right, and you are a game designer, but what does it mean, and what do you have to do exactly in your job? Because maybe there are people here watching, they'd be like, well, I want to be like him. I want to be like Matthew. Yeah, you don't know.
It's really funny. I've had so many people come up to me and go, oh, I've got this idea for a game. And then they tell me a story. And I'm like, that's not a game. That's a story. Go write a screenplay, go write a movie script or something like that. A game's very different. If you have a good idea for gameplay, mm-hmm. and you can get a bunch of guys together and just without any fancy graphics, if you can get that gameplay and somehow create the gameplay in a little prototype and give it to somebody. I mean, I don't know, the story of Tetris. It was given to the lead of this company. I can't remember the guy's name. I'm terrible at recall like that. And he said, this game is fantastic. And they said, you like it? And he went, no, I dislike it. I think it's awful, but it's absolutely fantastic. They said, how do you know? He said, it's going to do very well. How do you know? He said, because my secretary has not stopped playing it in 3 days. I mean, that's the mark of a good game.
Everyone played it.
Yeah. I love Nintendo games because they take a few little simple gameplay things and they just permutate them. And, you don't need 500 things to do. You need one really good thing to do and a few permutations of it.
Yeah, and I mean, some easier games, and I do like easier like quote, because some of them are so much better than ones that are huge, crazy, whatever, because it's sometimes like, that's why I always like indie games as well, because sometimes they're so beautiful, or there is the story behind it that is so good. So it's not always about, or the graphics, or sometimes there's so much more behind it. And I think there's a big audience for it as well. So that's good. And I'm just
so yeah, guys, I would say to you, if you want to, if you think you have a good idea for a game, I don't want to discourage you, because the backstory of a game is important.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite games of all time is Ico. I think that transformed the games industry.
What is
because it was your character was you.
Yeah.
And silent, and the whole premise of the game was that you had to take care of the other character.
Oh.
And I just thought, wow, that really engages the player emotionally.
Yeah.
I just thought it was an absolutely fantastic game. But my all-time favorite games are the Zelda games, and the Breath of the Wild. I think I put literally weeks worth of gameplay. I played it for absolutely months because I wanted to do everything and see everything like a completionist.
Yeah.
I'm a completionist gamer.
I think so many people are totally into it from the old times till now. So yeah, they've done a good job to make a good game. What did people think of your job back in the 90s? Because I remember when I said I want to do computer science, and why? Well, I want to do, coding like games. They were looking like me like, ha, you nerd. So I can imagine that in the 90s, like, when I was born, that people were like, wow, what are you doing? What is that? What you're doing?
Yeah. You must have been in nappies when I was making my first game, basically.
Most likely, yeah. Everything is before my time, and I'm not even that young, so...
Oh my goodness. So I when the PlayStation came out, and it kind of made 3D gaming more commonplace, it was just a really interesting time in general for the computer games industry. It was so great to be there at the start of that mainstream console I was going to say arena, era. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
See, my English flubs occasionally too. Myself.
It's even your first language. Whoa.
And I've got American and English, so I have no excuse. It just was a fascinating time. There were still some fantastic 2D games, absolutely brilliant 2D games that came out in much higher res, beautiful games at the time as well, little side scrollers and, Street Fighter and all those kind of things. But like the 3D, the birth of the 3D, Die Hard Trilogy was basically 3 different types of 3D game. And we took our inspiration from our favorite arcade games. This was when arcade came into the house,
mm-hmm.
So we wanted to make like a driving game, like the driving game that we were playing at the time. And we wanted to make like a 3D scroller, like, I can't remember where which one we were thinking of at the time, but we made this, Die Hard 1 is all 3D kind of world. And then the first person shooter, we were like, everybody was playing Virtua Cop with the light gun at the time.
Yeah.
So, this Die Hard 2 was all on rails. It was a virtual shooter. It was just so brilliant. It was such a great time to come into the games industry.
But
anyway.
did people like it that you were doing this stuff? Because I think it's quite hard to tell people like, hey, this is my job and this is how it works.
I was a Dungeons and Dragons nerd.
Oh.
And I loved Dungeons and Dragons growing up, which is obviously paper and pencil and dice and your imagination, But I made the dungeons. So when I came over to England to be in a band, and we were pretty popular, we could draw 250 people in Norwich, but we couldn't get anybody to London. So sadly, we never signed a record contract. But when I got into the games industry, it was literally, I was literally making maps on graph paper to scale for the guys to build to then create the levels. And, so all the people who I'd grown up with, when they found out it was in the games industry, they were like, that makes perfect sense for you, man.
They saw the fit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I started my first company, when, we were accused by our company of inciting to leave and make our own company. And so they fired us, and we thought, well, that was a great idea. We should do that. So we did. And the programmer who came with me and the artist who came with me, the programmer said, Matt, for once, I'd like to make a game where we actually get 90% of your ideas into the game. So that's how we started my first company, Coyote Developments. So,
and then we go way back. But then, you have so much experience already now. And that's why I'm so excited about talking about everything about, like before and also what we think will happen later. Last one for now, because after that we're going to talk about the history. What game title have you worked on that you're most proud of looking back? Or maybe proud of, or maybe like, well, that was the most hardest one, so I'm proud of that one.
Wow. I love the two games I'm working on at the moment, but I'm going to save those for the end. Battle Rise Kingdom of Champions with my Triumph Games hat on, which is actually going to launch in the next 2 months. I'll talk about that later. I'm very proud of that game. It's a beautiful game. And Time Raiders is my swan song. It is going to be my last game design. And I'm really, really proud of it. So I'm so glad that you're going to show it to everybody. Really proud of it. But if I'm to go back, I have to say Batman and Robin was my my crowning glory in my early years. We effectively made, like 10 square miles of Gotham City streaming off of the PlayStation disc as you drove around the city.
Yeah.
And basically we made GTA before they made GTA.
You made it popular before it was popular.
And you were Batman and you Batman, Robin, or Batgirl. You were Batman, and you did the detective work back at the Batcave to try to figure out the crime before it happened. And then there was a before, during, and after state. So if you figured it out, you got there before, the level was a little bit easier.
Yeah.
If you got there after, you missed the guy.
Okay, well, I think overall you will be proud of everything, because in the end there's like a stamp of you, and it's blood, sweat, and tears put into it. So yeah, I think the most coolest thing is when you worked on something and you see others play and they're like liking it. Then you're like, well, I've done my job, so that's perfect.
Exactly.
Well, that was a little bit more about you. Later on, we go deeper into the games. Now, I do have my papers with me because, I am not a superwoman, sort of, but not like fully. So I'm gonna, we're gonna talk a little bit about the history of video game and the development of the gaming industry. Starting off way before I was born, 1970s. Atari and arcade gaming. The first customer video game was the arcade video game Computer Space in 1971, and in 1972 came the iconic hit arcade game Pong. Well, everyone heard of it, but I don't think everyone played it. Pong was a huge success, and this led to a flood of other coin-operated arcade manufacturers entering the market and creating the arcade gaming industry. Namco, Atari, Williams Electronics, Stern, Electronics, and Nintendo. I'm gonna ask you what you think about Computer Space, Pong. You might have played it. Yeah. Oh, you're muted.
I muted myself.
You're back. Yeah.
Yes, Pong. I have got to laugh. Pong was like absolutely. It was the greatest thing. We're like, whoa, what is this? And like it absorbed us for absolutely hours. We were just kids.
Yeah.
Hilariously, the inventor of Pong, Nolan Bushnell. I have the privilege of working with him again right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like my Battle Rise game is going on a crypto platform called Moxie.io, and he's the chief knowledge officer of that. But again, we can save that for later. We can talk about that later. But yeah,
like,
I remember Pong.
Well, yeah, I remember. I've seen it, but I was not even there. Then I have to say correctly, though, the at-home console in 1972, Magnavox Odyssey was released, which was the world's first commercial console. Did I say that correct?
I think so, yeah.
Magnavox, okay. In 1975, Atari took this idea and released at-home consoles with Pong, enabling unrestricted access to video games for the first time. And the industry grew quickly during the golden age of arcade video games from the late 1970s to early 1980s. So yeah, it has been growing quite a lot because, of course, people could play it at home. And that was something that everyone wanted. Same with, like, watching television. If you had, like, the lock, you had the first television and also probably the first console. Did you own anything of that? One of the first ones?
My goodness, the early Atari, loved the early Atari.
Yeah.
We used to have to tune it in on the channel.
Yeah.
You used to hook it up to the aerial, and you'd have to tune in the channel for the Atari. But I loved the games. I loved the dungeon game, and then it just got even better and better.
Yeah.
But it was when we got to Sega Mega Drive and the first SNES. That was when I think gaming really came to life and came mainstream. I think you're getting there in your history.
My history list. Well, it's crazy if you see how quick everything goes. I mean, I'm 32, and we were talking about this a couple of days ago. That can you remember that you had to dial in to get internet, and then your mom was saying, now you have to go off your internet because otherwise we can't call. For people now, like children. They're literally stuck on their phones, on their consoles or whatever. They are having internet 24/7 if the parents don't restrict them. It's crazy how fast that is going. I think I had the first Nokia that has it was a gray screen or black and white, but it had like colors on the side. So when someone was calling, it had lights and everyone was like, "Wow, that's so cool." And I think my the sort of case, it was Winnie the Pooh, is like in the Netherlands, and I was like super cool. So it's so crazy how quick that is going, and oh man, then you're like, whoa, we're very old, or the technology just goes very quick as well.
I love how technology has increased and increased and increased. Many years ago, somebody said at some point in the future, they're forecasting, some point in the future, you're going to hold something in your hand that is going to be like, make the world look like magic. And, that's happened. Basically.
It's true. Yeah. Okay, we're going to 1983, the video game crash. In 1983, the North American video game industry experienced a major crash due to a number of factors, including an oversaturated game console market, competition from computer gaming, and a surplus of overhyped low-quality games. Can you tell me a bit more about that? Do you know that?
There were some really terrible games that came out on the consoles at the time.
All companies were making games probably because they want to, step into this really popular thing.
and everyone thought they could do it very cheaply and make millions. It was the get rich quick.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, it did. It crashed the market.
Oh yeah.
I was 15.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Then we go to 1985, next generation consoles. Following the crash, the industry matured, dominated by Japanese companies such as Nintendo, Sega, and Sony, and established practice and methods around the development and distribution of video games to prevent a similar crash in the future. In 1989, the first major handheld games console arrived. The gamers could play what they wanted, whenever they wanted, and wherever they wanted. And this led to the success of the Game Boy. Some iconic games that are still thriving 30 years on hit the shelves. Mario, Crash Bandicoot, Zelda, and Street Fighter. Yeah, and then I was not born yet, but 1989 was 1 year before that. And, of course, the whole Nintendo part and the handheld part, yeah. That part I remember when I was young as well. Like Game Boy Color later on, that was something I got, and I was like, whoa, static about it. It was so cool. Yeah.
It was brilliant time. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you had a handheld quick?
I did have an early Game Boy. When the first Game Boys only had 4 colors.
Oh.
4 different colors of gray. But still, the games were just brilliant. I loved the Nintendo games. Again, I love Sony, I love Microsoft. I loved Sega at the time, the Sega Mega Drive, Sonic Hedgehog. Forget about it. But the Game Boy, when the Game Boy came, it was like, oh, this is so cool,
Yeah, well, my computer.
It paved the way for mobile phone gaming,
Oh, by the way, guys, if you hear sound, that is my mouse, that if I'm not moving it, it's like chilling, and when I move it again, it's like, so it's not your computer, it's mine. Everything goes well. But what are your views about the crash and how the market recovered? Like, yeah, is it a normal thing that happened?
There's an interesting cycle every time. So, console sales, they go up and up, but of course technology advances. So, they do spend, hundreds of millions of R&D into the next console that they make and making whatever decisions they make. So, so when Sony PlayStation sales start to drive down, obviously they've got to bring out PlayStation 2. And then when PlayStation 2 sales start to go down, they got to bring up PlayStation 3. And then they do interesting things. When PlayStation 2 goes down in price, they have to put the price down and down and down so they can bring out a new 500-pound console.
Yep.
But then they start selling the PlayStation 2s to other areas around the world to bring gaming to everybody equally. So, I think it's always going to come in waves and cycles.
Yep.
Is just part of the ebb and flow of the
important
industry.
Even. I think it's an important thing. If it only goes up, it's with everything in life. If it only goes up, it's not going well. It has to go a bit like a wave, because they learn from it. They know what they can improve. And they might get lazy if everything goes too perfect. So in that way, it's good that sometimes it has to go everywhere. So they keep on, checking what they have to do to improve. Then we go to the 1990s multiplayer experience. Because of the rise of the PC and the internet, multiplayer games emerge both on console and PC. Doom, Quake, Counter-Strike, Zelda, World of Warcraft, and RuneScape were all on the rise. Hey, and that's the moment that I stepped into gaming, because where you were talking about Zelda, playing Zelda for hours, for me it was I say it every time, and now I keep forgetting. Well, I played World of Warcraft, for so long. But before that, Conquer Online. That was my first game that I was, fully into. I was even slaughtering things while I was sleeping. I remember that my friends were saying, you're, even talking about the game while you're sleeping. Okay, this is bad. I think that was for me.
This.
Yeah, and saying these things. So that was the time that I started playing those things. Of course, I'd had the Game Boy, but not fully gaming. I think I was 13, 14 years old, Conquer Online. Yeah, and I think I was around, you have Vanilla with World of Warcraft, and then Burning Crusade, the first expansion. That was the one I started playing. So yeah, also a long time ago.
Interesting little factoid. World of Warcraft at one point had the 8th largest economy in the world.
Wow.
In-game commerce, which, but of course it wasn't real currency, but still very, very interesting little factoid. But
but that game, that got me hooked so much. And I think for me, it was like a sort of perfect moment of escaping the real life because, you got accepted and oh man, it was so much that even when I went out, like later on when I was older, that me and my friend, she said, shall we play some World of Warcraft later? Like, sure. And we had a lot of times that we had our old laptops who were very old and they were way too hot and almost dying every time we were playing. And then we were just sitting there with energy drinks and like chips and popcorn. And that's how we were playing World of Warcraft for nights. I remember I was playing on the attic from her sort of hallway, because that was her second part where I had the computer. There was a screen, like a big ass, like a box, and it was put on the freezer. And I was literally sitting with my legs to the side, having a keyboard on it with a big ass screen. That's how I was playing World of Warcraft. And then you could hear like the sounds the whole time. Man, I sometimes I just want to like travel a little bit back and enjoy how I enjoyed World of Warcraft by then. Because it never got me back to that high, because the more it became a bigger game, there's too much happening in the game. And what I said, sometimes a little bit more easy and together is much more fun than something that is way too big, like the big game.
Too complicated sometimes,
You have to have like a job in playing that game to even do stuff. It's too much. Too much.
Well, that interesting you say that, because people started farming. The word farming came up, where people would go and do the jobs in those games like World of Warcraft that nobody wanted to do anymore, and get a bunch of commodities together, and then sell them to other people. And they would start to make real money. Farming for somebody else.
It's like fishing everything. Oh, yeah. Oh man, good times though. Good times. And then we go to 2000s, a console first gaming, Interest 5, Interest 6, Microsoft Xbox 360, Sony's PlayStation 3, and Nintendo's Wii arrived as the next generation of high definition gaming. Each console launched exclusive titles in order to attract new players to their ecosystem. Sony offered Gran Turismo, Little Big Planet, The Last of Us, while Microsoft offered the legendary Halo, Crackdown, Gears of War, and more. What are your views on the gaming console era?
I love the gaming console era. We were in our heyday at that point. I was running my own company, making our own games. We wound up adopting the Nintendo platforms, although we did get to work on PlayStation and Xbox as well. But I was just, it was a great time. Beautiful games were being made. People were very, very clever. It was the invention of different technologies, different rendering technologies that would make things look more and more realistic for those who wanted it realistic, or cartoon renderers that would make it look like, turn a 3D game to look like a 2D game movie in action. It was a absolutely brilliant time. But of course, and maybe this is in your notes, then the disruptive technology came, and the iPhone was released, and the Android phones were released, and man, what a change! What a game changers they were, literally. Which you're coming to, I think, in your history. I apologize.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's the next step. You know it very well. 2010 and later, arrival of mobile and FTP, so free-to-play games. Yeah, in 2010, Rovio, the team behind Angry Birds, saw an opportunity in offering a free game with adverts and an option to pay to remove them. This eventually unlocked more like new revenue streams. Instead of charging a fixed cost to access and play a game for like forever, mobile players were able to try the game for free and enjoy a typically restricted but fully playable experience. This led to the creation of some extremely popular games such as Clash of Clans, Boom Beach, Candy Crush, what? I'm reading this like Saga. my brain just like, whoa, couldn't read it. This is very small, I have to tell you this. Temple Run, Fruit Ninja, Plants vs. Zombie, Tap Tap Revenge. What was there any favorite mobile game for you?
Oh my, Clash of Clan was just like, Clash of Clans actually, they were genius what they did. They actually employed a couple of psychologists into the game design and the economy side.
Mm-hmm.
And just, the creation of guilds and the bit, Clash of Clans, you play the first 10 days, nobody can raid you. You're building up, and then one day you open your game and everything's been destroyed.
Oh.
And then it regenerates,
Yeah.
but that moment of it being destroyed is like, and it makes you want to build your defenses better because you don't want to ever see that again. And it was just a genius move within game design to get some psychologists aboard into the design and economy, because people would start parting with cash. I mean, that's why those guys were bought for billions.
Crazy. There's people just sometimes forget how much money is involved in the whole gaming industry. It's a lot. It's a lot.
The gaming industry has years ago overtook movies and music and television and video all together, all added together.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, people always think like gaming, but in the end, everyone is a gamer. I mean, my mum plays stuff on her phone. She's a gamer. Yeah. Like, everyone who's doing anything of that is a gamer. And people always think like, the movie industry, music, because we're listening to music the whole day. But the whole thing is that the gaming is as much bigger than everything combined. So yeah, I think companies are not doing anything with gaming now, or are not interested in it. They have to like step up their game, literally.
They literally have to step up their game.
It should be good for them to do.
People started gamifying education because they're like, whoa, this interactive stuff, this is really interesting. Everybody seems to like it. So education, they begin to gamify this and gamify that, and gamify learning how to, use your technology at home. And somebody gamified how to teach people medical operations for surgeons
through a gaming kind of
so
thing.
You can actually, or you're getting a driving license, they gamified the bit, there's that little test where you're actually watching the video and you have to say this and say that while you're watching the video. So
yeah, it all has to do with games. Then in 2017, the seasonal pass came along. The seasonal pass model is the concept of releasing a game and, adding content over the lifetime of a game. Yep. It is free to download and access, with the progression mechanics being locked behind the season pass, as the subscription is typically referred to. This model was very popular through numerous games, but the most famous one, Epic Game launch of Fortnite 2017, and of course the social and cultural phenomenon PUBG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we all know that because, 2017 is not so long a time ago. The seasonal pass, 100% something that a lot of people still use.
It's a very good game model.
Oh yeah,
a good revenue model, rather.
I do myself a battle pass in Apex Legends every month, every time, and I am going till the middle of the night to get the 110 to get everything out of it, because I pay €10 and I will make use of it. But it also gives me the extra thing, like I want to play, because when I'm done with the battle pass, I'm like, what to do now? So it's a double for people like pass owner. So when you play for me, in my way to Apex Legends, you can have a battle pass. You can get extra skins, extra cool things in the game. And I think a lot of people do it because there's just normally you can buy skins or whatever, but now you get skins while you're playing. So there's like just €10 instead of like every time when you want to buy something, it's €10. Yep. So I think it's super smart. And it's worth the money most of the time if they're like smart, if they make a nice things that you can get out of it. I mean, there are some games who do it, but the stuff you get out of it is like not worth it. So yeah, it's a good way to get money.
A brilliant game model, because not everybody can afford $50 to $80 or pounds or euros for a game that and they will get more out of it than watching several movies of the same, they'll get 2 to 3 to 5 times as many hours as if they had paid for 3 or 4 movies of 2-hour length that add up to the same amount. But now change it up, you bring the price way down to something people would part with. Ooh, I could get an extra Starbucks, or I can get a battle pass. And the battle pass loads hours and hours of entertainment.
Yeah, and they have those passes, of course, as well, like an Xbox pass or something. You pay for a certain amount of something in a month, and you get like quite some games to play. And I think it's super smart, because sometimes people just want to try out games before, buy the whole bunch, because some games are just very expensive and not everyone can afford it. So, and now they have, for the same amount of money, more fun. So, very good. 2020 plus, new categories: the arrival of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X in the autumn of 2020. 2020 signaled the next generation of consoles, giving the surging demand for game consoles due to the coronavirus pandemic, coupled with a chronic shortage of semiconductors. Help me out. What is that?
Okay. Well, everyone knows there was a big lockdown worldwide, and everybody knows that industry was just shut down in many places. So basically, Taiwan are the manufacturer of like over 90% of the world's computer chips that drive everything from washing machines to game consoles and automobiles and whatever. So 2 years of nobody making anything and nobody shipping anything and flying anything and freight stopping, so there were shortages around the world. It's taking a while to get the wheels grinding again and get everybody
not fully back
caught up,
Yeah, no, it takes quite some time, because 2 years of shutdown in that matter. And it will take probably longer to get back fully on.
And don't get me going about what a mistake I personally believe the whole thing was. But anyway.
Well, we all hate that era. Like, there was no fun.
But for the games industry, it was a boon.
Oh, yeah, because everyone was sitting at home.
Everybody's stuck at home.
I mean, if you look at Twitch as well, I think it exploded in my way. I didn't like it that much, because the more streamers there are, the harder it is that people watch you, because there's so much to offer. There's so much to see. But of course, for like a Twitch or anything like that, it's perfect, because it's been growing so much from viewers till people who started to stream. Because what else to do? Sitting at home while not stream. And maybe make some money, hopefully.
Well, there's the rise of NFT games as a result of all this. That's when the NFT games, the play to earn, came on the market, which I'll talk about in a moment. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's perfect time to. I will go to my single screen right now, because I'm gonna show me, because we're gonna look at a video, a little trailer. So I'm gonna mute myself, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of the video, like a video of the history of. I muted myself too quick. Video of history of gaming. Oh, there we go. Yep. So there's a little short trailer of everything that happened in all these years. We go way back. So back to Matthew as well. Yeah, we have now the community questions, because we had some questions. What would you like to ask a true game industry veteran about the history of future video gaming? So we asked the community that, and we of course want to know what they had to say. So there was a question by Rakim F. He asked, is it true that not everybody's vision or what would make an awesome game, a video game, does not translate well unless you have a proof of concept being able to be done? For example, a playable proof of concept demo of Bayonetta when it was being made for the first time.
Interesting question. I think I opened with this actually when we were talking about becoming a game designer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are some games that have sold just on paper. They're few and far between, but like they were really well described. The story was good, was compelling, and the gameplay was very well described. And, you know, there have been games where somebody said, yes, that will make a great game. Here, I'll fund it. You know, but that is rare. It's easier if you want to get in the games industry. It is easier to put something into somebody's hands that is brilliant and compelling gameplay. You know, I had the privilege of going to Viz Studios in Scotland, Dundee, many years ago when they were developing what became State of Emergency, which is the brawl riot game. And you know, I saw it when it was just little boxes, lots of little boxes in the crowd, you know, and somebody was riling them up and they would change from green to yellow to red. They'd be angry and, you know, they'd start rioting and stuff like that. The game concept was brilliant. It was playable. You got it instantly. And then they developed it into the fantastic 3D character game that it became.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I agree. I think a prototype really helps. I agree.
Okay. And then we got a question by Lauren. What was the first video game you ever played? So really ever played.
Ever played. I mean, I did play Pong on a very old console that you had to tune into the TV, as I said. Yeah. And, you know, the first game that I, you know, and then there was the Atari console. I loved that little stupid little dungeon game that you had where you were a little dot running around. It was brilliant. Such a great game. But like, yeah, those were amongst the first. But you know, the arcade games. I loved Defender. That was brilliant. I loved the one with the trackball and the Missile Command was absolutely brilliant. You know, Double Dragon, Gauntlet, all like favorite childhood games. Many, that was at the time when you had to put a quarter in.
Oh, wow.
Rolls of quarters we would get for $10 and we would, you know, all your pocket money for 2 or 3 weeks.
Just so you can play a little bit of games. Yeah?
Just so you can play the game and feed it and feed it and feed it. Yeah. You know, we wanted to get to the end of Double Dragon.
That was a different way of like paying for gaming.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Then we go to subject 2, the development of game design. What defines a game with great game design?
Again, you know, personally, my personal Bible is keep it simple. Don't have lots of, you know, have permutations of a couple of good gameplay features rather than trying to have 500 gameplay features that confuse the game.
Yeah.
I like the rock, paper, scissors methodology. 3 good game things that each trump each other, and then using permutations of those.
Okay.
I hope that makes sense.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, to start with. What are the most important game design developments and improvements you have encountered over the years?
Oh, wow. Game design. Let me cite a couple examples. Like I loved when Super Mario Galaxy came out on the Wii, right? First of all, their use of the controller is brilliant. Then when the Wii U came out, the use of the Wii U controller, you know, just like, I love what they do. Anyway, but Super Mario Galaxy, they designed the game on the little planets. And, you know, one of the things annoying about making a game is when the camera clips into the wall and like, you know, you can't see anything or a bit of the world disappears. Like, it's so frustrating when you're making a game. Mario Galaxy was all on these little balls with the camera following you. You never had that. I loved that. That was brilliant. Game design stuff. I love the disruptive stuff. I love when Apple iPhone came out and started making games. It did put my company out of business, sadly, at the time, because the Wii market dried up in one Christmas. But
oh, wow.
Yeah, you know, but and then, you know, you had budgets of 20 million plus at the time for big games that sell for $50. or you'd have this ridiculous $20,000 game budget for something tiny,
Yeah.
But yeah, game design stuff. I loved when 2D became 3D. I thought that was great. I love when the renderers came in and you could have hyper realistic or you could have cartoony rendered, and really creative people made brilliant technology that would even make things sparkly and space. Design wise, I love people innovating, but I also like new and improved.
Yeah.
New and improved also works.
Yeah. Keep a little bit from the old stuff, but also try to keep on going, because, you have to go with everyone. Otherwise you stay behind, and that's not what you want. Okay, and then the third subject is prediction for the future of gaming in the next 15 years. 15 years. So first one, for the people who are watching right now, what is your prediction for the future in gaming? And then we're talking about like 5 till 15 years. What do you think will happen? While you guys are typing that, I will ask you exactly the same prediction. What do you think will happen?
So, are you asking the audience? Or you're asking me.
I'm asking you, and I've asked the community.
You're asking the audience, all right? So everybody else, yeah. Look, guys, NFTs are here. Cryptocurrency has arrived. Play to earn is the new thing. It's coming in. I foresee, and this is why I'm working on the Time Raiders game. Okay. So it really kind of, crypto brought this play to earn thing. Axie Infinity was one of the biggest ones. Zed Run, the horse game, another one, who do it well. There are a lot of junky games out there as well. But they're making these games that are very play to earn specific and have their own issues. But what we're doing in Time Raiders, I think we're at this. Like when I was at the start of PlayStation and consoles coming around. I'm so excited to be in this industry at the minute. Okay? Because the marriage of play to earn and free to play, I think it's the now, and it's going to be the future. It's going to be the next 5 to 10 years for sure. Maybe even 15, although who knows what's going to come in next.
It goes quick. Yeah.
So I call it free to play to earn. Okay? So, or play and earn. So you're in this game, you're really engaged, you're playing it, you're fully enjoying it. You're like, and then, you get to the end of the level and whatever, and you get all the stuff. And then you have a look at your stuff and you go, oh my goodness, I just made $20.
That's what everyone wants, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Now, suddenly that gets you thinking, right? Yeah. Now, maybe in the West, maybe that's just pocket money. One of my business partners, Simon, he says, if my son could get enough money for his vape liquid playing a game, he'd be ecstatic, and I do not condone vape liquid.
No.
And, but like in other areas of the world, in the Philippines and Vietnam and, in countries where $20 a day, staying home playing a video game,
that's more than they can earn from like almost a normal job. So why not?
You know what I mean? Yeah. Some places $20 a day, instead of going out and slaving, somewhere.
Exactly.
They get to stay home and play the game. Of course, they're playing the game differently. Over here, we're playing, we're having fun, and we happen to earn something. That's exciting.
The only problem with that can be that can be overextended as well, or that people will get put into like, you play the game and get money for me. It can also be a bad thing in a way. And then you have to be careful for like because I was already like, well, I say quote addicted to World of Warcraft, and I didn't earn anything about it. But if it happens that you earn something, then it can be, you have to really look at your child like, come on, don't play too much, because then it can be too much. But I think that's for everything. There's always like a too much if it's too much.
There's always a too much, and learn, everything in moderation, right? But I really see play to earn as the future of gaming. Yeah. I see, is it going to replace free to play, or is it going to replace subscription models and season passes and simple make a game, buy a game. Is it going to replace that? I don't know.
No.
It is definitely coming up alongside it. It's going to grow. It's going to grow exponentially. And the business model is fascinating from the side. I mean, Time Raiders, you know, we've made our own currency. It's called Expendium.
Mm-hmm.
And in Time Raiders, but instead of creating a world where Axie Infinity, you have to buy a couple of Axies and not everybody can afford them.
No.
In order to get into the game to make money, Time Raiders, we've taken that barrier away. We've merged free to play with play and earn.
Well, then I'm already gonna like stop you because we will talk about that in a little bit. I'm quickly checking with the chat because people say NFTs, VR. A lot of people agree with you as well, and talking about already a lot of money earned because of games. So yeah, nice. Good to see that. And for me, well, some years ago I said VR. Then VR was a thing, but I was never very excited about it myself. Definitely like the early days because you got nauseous if you done it. And me as a streamer, I also didn't like it because I didn't really could people couldn't see me because I had a thing on my head, so that was not working. Yeah, I think I have to go with all of you because in the end, it is something that it just goes like the whole blockchain gaming and it's going so fast. That I am even like, wow, I don't know anything about it. I need to, look into it because it's new, but it's also something that will happen and more.
I think it solves a problem, which is I'm really interested in it because it solves this issue. Okay, right? You're playing League of Legends, or you're playing I can't remember the name of the game. Rainbow Six. What is the? It'll come back to me in a second. Okay. Anyway, you're playing League of Legends or Call of Duty or whatever. You're playing something, right? And you get a rare item. Mm-hmm. Really rare. There's only 10 of them in the whole game. You're like, wow, I found a rare item, man. This is worth hundreds of dollars, right? But it's only perception. You can't actually sell it. Mm-hmm. You have to try to swap it. You can sell it for in-game currency to somebody else, but you can't make money out of it. Yeah. And you paid money to get to the point where you've got this item. You can't do anything with it. Mm-hmm. You could risk going to an off-game black market and trying to sell it privately and hoping that the person is honorable. And they say, okay, I'm going to press the send money button.
At the same time.
Send item button. Oh, it malfunctioned. I'm sorry. Thanks for the night. Bye.
Yeah.
And it solves that. Everything. It actually is a rare item because it's an in-game utility NFT.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it looks pretty and there's only 10 of them and it is actually worth a few $100s.
And that's cool because then you get more excited to play the game. And exactly like now, if you're super excited about something rare, it's like, yeah, cool, but can't do much about it. But then it's like double cool because, oh, yes, you can really earn something about it. And it's like real instead of indeed the shady websites to get an item.
We kind of poked fun at the shady websites. Yeah. In the Time Raiders game, we created our own marketplace in the game, which is called the black market.
Well, it's going to be a very shady overall thing because you guys going to see it a bit. Before we do that, so we're going to talk a little bit about Time Raiders. And what is the story behind Time Raiders?
Okay, well, guys, the reason why I'm able to tell you about the future of gaming is because you can see my surroundings. I'm living in the future at the minute. I've come back today in order to be able to do this call with you and talk with you. Time Raiders is all about jumping across space and time to alternate realities, alternate universes. So imagine going back to England in World War II, but the Germans actually invaded on land in England. Like that's where the game starts.
Yep.
Okay, which we'll be able to see.
You guys gonna see. Yeah. Oh my
Okay.
God.
So we're picking we're going all through history. We're picking all these fantastic times and eras. Imagine being able to go back to the JFK assassination day and prevent the assassination.
Yeah.
Things like that. But all the while that you're doing it, you are hunting for treasure, literal treasure, because in game, every item is an NFT, or you're getting expendium, which has real world value. So everything that you do earns expendium, and within the game, you can also spend expendium to improve things. So you could find the rarest item in the game, and maybe it's worth hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars even to the right person, and you can sell it on the black market and make money off of it. But you could also get something that's not rare yet,
Mm-hmm.
and you can use the expendium that you earn in the game to upgrade it and upgrade it and change it and customize it and upgrade it to make a rare, extremely rare, or even one of a kind NFT that has in-game utility.
Okay.
Everything that you improve makes the treasure hunting easier. And so the more treasure you hunt, the more money you make, the more you want to play. And that's Time Raiders in a nutshell.
Interesting.
It's the greatest treasure hunt across all space and time.
Oh, and people like that. Can you tell a bit more about the journey of the game design for a blockchain game?
Okay, well, look, it's very interesting. Web 2 is what we call the existing gamers, all the way up to free-to-play, console, subscription gamers, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Web 3 is what we call this next generation of gamers who are playing things like Axie Infinity, Zedrun, etc. Okay, Web 3 guys are very crypto. They understand how to get a wallet, how to move currency around, how to take currency back into a bank account, et cetera, et cetera. The Web 2 games are looking at crypto and going, isn't this just a way for companies to make money off of us?
Yeah.
And this is funny. So we're trying to bridge the gap between Web 2 and Web 3. We're designing very carefully. I have come out of a free-to-play background over the past 5 years. And so I came at this looking at all of the problems that currently exist in Web 3 games, and how do we bring Web 2 gamers safely into a Web 3 environment where they'll trust the game, they'll enjoy the game, and then, as I say, they're enjoying the game, they're having fun, and then they realize, oh my goodness, I just made $20 or $50 or $100.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, the Web 3 gamers who are a bit savvy, they're saying, hang on, there's no barrier to entry for this game. We should try this game out. I don't need to spend $100 to get it. So we designed the game very cleverly to sit in between the two and be one of the forerunners of these types of game that I call free to play to earn.
Mm-hmm.
And so the story, we because we're like, well, NFTs are treasure, expendium, our currency is treasure. It's real world treasure. And we were inspired by that old movie. It's a mad, 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 mad world.
Mm-hmm.
And I was also inspired by Terry Gilliam's Time Bandits. Okay. Where they've got the map that has holes in, and they're able to go around time very, very easily. And the latest thing, the Loki mini series on Disney Plus, is inspired a bit by that too. Okay. So we brought those together into this jumping around space and time, hunting for treasure, which is literal treasure in the real world. Nice. But we wanted to make the gameplay very engaging. So basically, our joke is, this is Diablo with guns.
Yeah, exactly. What I said yesterday directly, like, hey, or 2 days ago, that is like a sort of Diablo feeling. And then guy said, yep. So.
Yep, exactly. So the gameplay's pick up and play. It's really simple to get into it. If you've ever played something like Diablo, League of Legends, keyboard and mouse,
from above,
you're in. Yeah. Or console, a controller, you're in. You can play very easily. Yep. And, it's got aim with move with the left hand, aim with the right, and very, very simple in terms of that. but then the complexities begin.
The rest comes. Oh, we're gonna see that. And what part of Time Raiders is the most exciting?
That's a really interesting question. I'm a bit of a geek. I love the whole. I like the hub.
Okay.
I like the upgrade system. I found a bunch of treasure, and amongst the treasure, you also find these little bits and pieces of this and that called materials. But you can combine the materials in the hub to upgrade your character and your armor and make your gun better and make your technology better. And then you go back into the game, and of course the game is great. It's Diablo with guns. It's easy. You're exploring the map. It helps you with the objectives, but you can also go off map if you want. We're hiding secrets everywhere that we can for people to find and go, hey, the first person to find this, they might get the first pick at the best NFT.
Awesome.
Nice.
So you guys have to not only stay on the path, but also look around.
Yeah, definitely look around.
Of course, the most important question: when can people start playing the game?
Okay, we got ourselves into a beta phase a while ago, and we had a live beta. We are preparing as we speak. We're preparing what is going to be like a launch beta.
Yeah.
Okay. We had a closed beta. We're not going to have a live beta, and that is coming up. I think we're pushing for Easter. Okay. I have to say, getting blockchain and computer game technology to talk to each other securely, so that somebody doesn't pretend they're you and jump in your game and take your stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
The blockchain is hilarious. It's like the wild, wild west.
Oh yeah, and when there's money involved, people go nuts.
I mean, we launched Expendium, last year, around March, February time. We launched Expendium. I'm telling you, within minutes, somebody had a fake Expendium site up, and sadly they lured a few people to part with money for junk. Anyway, it's a wild west. So we have one of the best blockchain teams, secure teams, but the whole point I'm saying is it's been taking a little bit longer, partially because we want to make sure it's a safe experience for everybody. But guys, I think you guys are running you're giving some beta keys.
Oh yeah, we do have a giveaway for closed beta. 10 beta keys. You can see it in the chat. What you have to do is follow @Playtime Raiders and of course @PvPGameHub on Twitter, and share one of the posts about this live show that we're doing now with the hashtag XPND beta key and hashtag PvPGameHub. And you can also read that in the chat right now. And for the people who are now listening, well, also check the chat or check the Twitter. Then you will also see this. I will say, let's play, because enough talking, we want to play. And I mean, sorry everyone, the show goes a bit longer because we had so much to talk about, and I love it, and it's great. Because I can look at the time and I'm like, yeah, let's just now play the game. We're just gonna do that. So, let me check. We're going to a different screen. That should be the good one. There we go. I will put the sound on because, it was before quite loud, so I had to change that. There we go. We got some sound. I will put not too loud, or it's still loud. Oh. Okay, this should be better, otherwise we can't hear you anymore. So, welcome Time Raid. This is going to be the first time. Since this is the first time around, your first raider is on me, have your pick. Sorry, this is easy. I go for the nun. Yeah. Then you can check quickly. It shows that it's a distant killer, fast movement, decent stealth, low HP. That's not great for me. We're known for keeping away at the back of any battlefield, making use of high vantage point and long open plains to make use of their long distance capabilities. Skills can fire scoped and long range weapons, climbs on vine. Okay, let's check quickly him. A standard soldier, and he is wide range of weapons, can do grappling hook jumps. And I still go for the woman. Let's go. Alright, we go travel. You guys hear the sound and can see everything? In the meanwhile, Matthew, when I'm playing, you can definitely talk about it. Well, I'm like focused on London 1942. Oh, well, we see Hitler directly, so welcome to this game. Do you guys see and hear everything? I guess so. And Matthew, we do still see you, by the way, then you know that. We see and hear you, or at least when you have everything. Okay, I can walk around, as you can see, like a sort of the Diablo feeling. And I have to pick up the gun here with F. So now I got a handgun. I can move around with my right mouse button, and I can shoot with my left. So let's move around a little bit. Lovely weather. Moment when you turn like this, automatically the camera turns with you. Now I want to like check everything because you don't want to miss anything. Pick up the grenade placed under the street light. Is that like here? Underneath the oh, I'm shooting. Yeah, and I directly click. Here it is. I click R to reload because that's automatic. What I always do. Okay, I got the grenade. I think. Yes. I can't go here. Can't go here. So I'm just going to go wherever I can go. Oh. No. You might have to tell me where to go before I, like, do something with. Through this?
As it's a tutorial, go ahead and just follow. There aren't things hidden around in the tutorial, so just follow.
Oh.
I think you need to blow something up to progress.
Oh, I have to blow things up? Oh, okay. Found it. Aim, then fire pistol. Left mouse button, right. Okay, you can reload your weapon. Oh, with the R thing. Yeah, with the R. Kill the Nazi soldiers. Sweet. Okay, we see there. So we... Oh, I think... Uh-oh. I think I still have the... I want my gun. Where's my gun? I don't have a gun anymore. This is a problem. Help. Help. I need to go back. I have no gun. Oh, no.
You should still have the gun. You must have...
I dropped it probably. Yeah, now then the Nazis are gonna kill me. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. And I fall off this thing the whole time. Oh, no. Oh. Oh. This is bad. Of course I start over. Oh, no. Don't fall off again. Yes. Oh, punch them. No, it's not. I have no grenades left. Believe me, this is harder to walk than you can imagine. I might die, so I'm running back. I hope my gun is somewhere around. I probably dropped it somewhere. But where?
The mouse scroll to get your gun back. Use the mouse scroll.
Oh my god, thank you. Now I can shoot the Nazis. Alright, let's go. Come. There you go. One down. Oh. Now I'm clicking other stuff on my different screen. Okay, he dead. He dead. Nice. Ah, reloading. Okay, we kill them. We kill them. All right, something is showing. Oh, I see what I've done. I scrolled the mouse button indeed. Yep. Anything interesting here? No. Oh, is it true when I have a gun that I
go over to the vines. Go climb up the vines.
Oh. Yeah, so I just need some help with this.
Because you're the nun, you need to go to the. So you hold the right mouse to aim and you shoot with the right button. Okay, but go over to the vines to the right of that building, because where you were going is where the Jason character.
Yeah.
But if you go up
the vines, yeah.
You can't. You can't get across there because you're the wrong character.
Yeah. So my character cannot do that, but she can do other stuff.
This is it. What we've done is to get each of the characters has, each of them have different expertise, and so hers is climbing. Because of course nuns are good at climbing.
Just to climb out of the windows. Okay, so don't go there anymore. Let's go move this way. Oh, hello.
All right, you're through. watching the
I need to
stream.
reload.
Finally.
Oh, they're down. Okay, we're good.
All right, you're good.
Avoid detection. Stay out of the third light beam. Oh gosh. Oh,
yeah.
well, that went great directly. Okay. No. How do I do that?
Shoot.
Shoot where?
The guys.
The guys? Oh, okay. Yep, they
got
found me.
All right, great.
Okay, come to me. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, you're disappointed, but I cannot allow you to die. Okay, I'm running. I am just...
Okay, this is where you stay out of certain lights, okay?
Oh.
So a little stealth here. Get behind the boxes.
Oh, behind the boxes, okay.
Ah! Get in behind! No.
Oh, I need to shoot. I have to get used to shooting, well... Okay, find it. I can pick that up, and I can pick that up. Okay. Okay, so that. Oh, there's like a healing item. That's nice.
You need that.
I need that, yes. Okay, F, no. Q, no. I'm reloading my gun.
Okay.
Fine.
I think you got him.
Do I have to go...
Yay.
Do I have to go in between this? No.
Well, get the medikit because I think you need it.
I need what?
Okay, you got it.
Medikit? I think I got
Go,
it.
go back. Go back.
Yeah, you're a little bit, of course, we're behind. Oh, this is not where I have to go, probably. Oh, there's also a thing taking it. Bye. Oh, I should not be here. Whoa, king back. It's funny, because, like, you're looking at the game while they're, well, there's, like, a little bit behind.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, so it's like boxes?
Trying to help.
I'm trying to see how I get up here. Oh, maybe I have to go this way. Oh, I had to. Yep, there we go. Down. Dead. Next one. Down. Nice. Yeah, I do get slowly the hang of it. I just have to, like, find my way.
It is your first time, fair enough.
Oh yeah, I can go up again. Perfect. This looks funny. Okay, we're on this. By the way, I have not checked the time for how long we're playing, so I have to keep an eye on that. Switch to Jason. Oh, no, I don't want to play Jason. You have to play Jason.
You have to free him, I think.
Oh, I could do that. That's cool.
There
yeah,
you
because
go.
I don't think I can go through this. But it would show me something to do, but I don't know.
Now I think you can kill the guy.
Kill where?
Okay, you can't switch to Jason yet. Oh, did you kill the guy on the spotlight? Okay.
I don't know. I'm like down below again. So I'm going up this again, but I don't think I can go through.
No, you need Jason for that, and then he unlocks the gate.
Oh.
We have to find and release Jason.
Oh, but Jason is somewhere around.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's me shooting. Let's find Jason. Not sure how we're gonna find Jason, but let's see behind everything. Just see how far I can reach and go. Huh? No.
You're doing very well. I'm not giving you a whole lot of instruction because it's the first time user experience.
Oh no! Oh! Jason, where you at? Where you at? Is he like hitting? Is he hidden?
I need one of my team to remind me where he actually is.
Where's Jason?
Someone on my team type to me where he actually is.
Oh, I can't go up there because I need Jason for that. Oh, I'm shooting. Oh no, they're shooting at me.
We just want to find where Jason is. I can't remember where he is. Oh, we need to go up and kill the sniper, don't we? And Jason's up there.
Yeah, but how do I get up there?
Yeah. Hang on. I'm just trying to remember. Search over there. We gotta go up behind him.
Oh, I need to kill.
All right, that's where we gotta go. That's where we find Jason. You're doing very well, but you gotta stay out of the way.
Okay, the thing is, I have to kill
go back left again and go up the vines again, I think.
finds
we can
all on
come
the left.
behind him. Yeah.
Okay. The moment when I'm there, I'm not sure where to go.
All right. Do you remember where the vines were on the other side of the buses? You're still over by the scaffolding.
Oh, I should go totally back.
Yeah. Go back there. John, how do we get behind Jason again? I can't remember.
Ladder behind sniper.
Go up the ladder, maybe.
Yeah, but there's a ladder, like, here. Oh. There's a ladder here, but I can't get that one.
No, we've got that one. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. This is normal for me as well. Like when I play video games, I'm always lost.
It's good. You're exploring. And can you go back down by the sandbags?
Like, how far back, by the way? I'm going to go this way back.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not sure if this is... Like, I'm going full back, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, this is the guy we need to sneak up behind. The ladder you can't access. To the right of the sandbag. So go back to the sandbag area where you killed 2 Nazis.
Okay, I'm going totally back. I go... I think we can stop these.
I keep forgetting the stream is
yeah.
like
So I'm behind the sandbags, indeed.
Okay,
Oh wait, I can go to the right side. Hey! Hey, we found it! Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Ooh,
Right
there is
here.
Jason, yeah.
Somebody said right here.
Down! Killed him! Oh. I like a fire sniper, press F near the mark on the ground. F. Ooh!
Okay, and then you can open the gate. Which is probably the F button.
This one? Oh, F. Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
no, it's not the one.
Yeah, you got it.
No, I need to click Q. Okay. I cannot... I have to go on the shoot the...
Alright, you got him. Sorry, because the Twitch stream is a little bit behind. So, go to the gate. Oh, in sniper mode. Turn around. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not working. Can I do different? Oh wait,
shoot.
Maybe I can shoot from here. Because I was in sniper mode, but it's not working. Yeah. Oh.
Got it?
No. I was in sniper mode, but that was not working. Okay.
You were facing the wrong way, apparently. Face the other way.
Where to snipe? On the slot, on the key? Kill the dudes that will be killed in sniper mode. You're gonna kill the dudes.
Go back to the thing and hit the... Go back to the sniper square and hit the button again.
Huh? So I'm in sniper mode now, yeah?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm slightly behind you.
It's okay. No?
You're trying to shoot that kid now. Okay, so you're in sniper mode. Right, where does she need to go, John? Turn around the sniper mode. Keep going. Should be looking out over the buses.
Over the buses? Yeah.
Turn it around, all the way around.
And then shoot where?
Alright, you got it. You're in. Okay, you're out. No, I'm definitely behind you. You're trying to shoot the lock-in micro.
Yeah, but no. I'm looking over the buses.
Once I catch up, I can help.
I'm looking over the buses.
Okay, alright. Where is it? There were some enemies to kill to the left a little.
Oh, there. Oh, yeah. Found them. I killed them.
It's the alleyway.
Yeah, I killed them already.
Okay, hang on. I'm being instructed. It's just to show up the sniper mode. Oh, okay, right. It just shows up the sniper mode.
Okay.
So come out of sniper mode then.
Out of sniper mode, yeah.
Oh, you got him.
Well...
Okay, then, once you come out of sniper mode, you can go to the gate and speak to Jason.
Go to the gate.
Go to the gate.
Which gate? Oh, here. Ah, he was on the other side. Nice. Oh, hello. I open it. Hey, Jason. You? No, I'm oh.
Okay, there's a gate with a wooden plank. Are you there?
Yeah, I already am with him.
Oh, good.
He's not talking. Wait, I don't want to shoot you, Jason.
He's with you now, so he's going to follow you.
Oh, he's following me.
Yeah. So you'll be able to switch characters with him.
Okay.
John, what's the switch button?
Switch
See
button?
on the left?
Yeah, but which one is the switch button?
Press F to add Jason. Okay. No, I'm behind. The tab button should switch
tab?
character.
Oh, yeah, now I'm Jason. Yep.
Okay, so now you'll be able to cross the gap with his grappling hook.
Oh, yeah, now she's following me. Okay, cool. I can't open this, by the way, the treasure.
That's because we're saving that, because
No.
you're going to come back to the tutorial level
I see.
as a secret level at a later time. So that's a little tricky for later. Because it's got a lock on it, and you need the spy who's capable of picking locks. So you've got to go.
Okay.
You play a further level, and you get the spy.
Okay, I'm up, but of course he has to go through the other way.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he can go like this. Oh yeah, when I tap, I'm now with her. I'm gonna see if I can do both. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna try something. I don't know if Jason is still around there, but...
Then open the gate from the other side with Jason.
Oh, with Jason, okay. Oh, Jason is already in here. Okay, tap, and then go here. Open. Okay, we're good. Follow me. Yeah.
Yay!
By the way, I need to look at the time. Okay.
Well done. It's we've been playing for like 15 minutes. So.
Oh well, I think before I knew it, the time goes very quick now. So
We're
that's a
roughly
good
20
thing.
minutes over, apparently.
That's a good thing, yeah. Okay, so I'm going back to. I will end the sound of the game. Otherwise, we keep on going like that. So. With that, wow, before you know it, the time goes over it. But of course, we had a longer chat before, but that's nice because we want to know everything. So thank you, Matthew. Where can they find you if they want to follow you?
Right. Do we, somebody's got all the, Carlos, did you send all of the, yeah, there they go. Okay, so we've got Discord, Time Raiders here. We've got Twitter, Play Time Raiders. We've got Telegram, me at Time Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
And Linktree is also just simply Time Raiders. If you want, I can post it into, well, repost it into the Telegram chat.
Mm-hmm.
So you can copy it across for everybody.
Perfect.
And then I've posted it here as well in case you want to put it up for everybody on the Twitch stream.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Then I will quickly go to the last part. So in the meanwhile, thank you, Matthew, so much. I really, really had fun. Appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna do an ending, and I see you maybe somewhere in the gaming world, because you know it's small and a big world at the same time.
Yeah, fantastic, guys. Everybody, thank you so much for your time, and enjoy Time Raiders.
We will. I mean, before you know it, the time is gone. So thank you. And then, yeah, what's coming up next is in 2 weeks, most likely, a community building in the gaming industry. So that's the next subject we're going to talk about. My name is Marcella de Bie still. It didn't change. I really hope you enjoyed watching this, listening to this. And if you ever have stuff, you'd be like, hey, I want to know more about that. Let us know, because we always love input from the community. And that's perfect for the next time, community building in the gaming industry. So thank you all so much. For me, it's dinner time, so that's what I'm going to do now. And thank you all for everyone who is also watching on Twitch. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love. And I will see you probably very soon again. Ciao, ciao.